Hi, your friendly neighborhood gypsy here, coming at you tonight with another Halloween themed painting. This one is called The Witch's Inn, and it has every single element you could possibly want in a Halloween painting. Has a witch, has a haunted house, has a graveyard, and we're going to throw in a couple of surprises in there while we're working on it to make it even more Halloweenish. What I like most about this painting is it has a big, beautiful full moon, and we're going to have fun with that one. So anyway, let's take a look at what we're doing. I'll run you through your list of supplies, and we'll get started on The Witch's Inn. Right, so here is our canvas right here. As you can see, I already have the line drawing on here. I've already done my tracer. If you're doing this, you should already have your tracer done too. You do that with carbon paper. We've been over this a lot of times on how to do tracers. If you don't know how to do tracers, go to the Artist Alley YouTube channel, and there is a tutorial on there on how to do tracers. But we're not going to go over that tonight because we've done it in previous videos. Just make sure that you have your tracer on your canvas before we start. Now, like I was saying, there's a lot of Halloween elements here. There is a haunted house, there's a witch, that full moon, that beautiful full moon, spooky trees, a graveyard, and I'm going to add a couple of other elements in here and show you how to do that to make this even more spooky. So there's the canvas. This is an 11 by 14 gallery stretch canvas, which means that there's no staples on the sides at all. Now, your brushes. I'm going to be using a 5/8 inch flat brush. You can use a 5/8 inch, ½ inch, but a flat brush about this size is what you're going to need. You'll need that. You're going to need a number 6 or a number 8 round brush. Okay, you see round bristles there on the end. You're going to need that. And you're going to need a liner brush. Very important. You have to have a liner brush in order to do this painting. So make sure you have one. Okay? Now, you're also going to need a palette, a paint palette. In this case here, this is one that I've used for years. It's just a Teflon cutting board that I got at Walmart. You can use something like this. It's very cheap, $1.99 when I got it. Of course, with things going up, with the prices going up, it might be $10 by now. Who knows? But anyway, this is just a Teflon cutting board. Works great as a palette. You can use paper plates. You can get a real, actual artist palette, whatever you want to do, but you do have to have a palette. Very important. You have to have your rinse water. You have to have that so that you can rinse your brushes. You need a rag to wipe your brushes on after you rinse it. I got this brand new rag here, never before been used. See how white and pretty that is? So we're going to use that. And you need a glass of water, because you might get thirsty just like I do during these things. So that's your basic stuff. Let me run you through the colors we're going to be using tonight. We're going to be using a dioxide purple. It's just a dark purple. Now, if you don't have these exact colors, you can buy something that's close to it. Use something that's close to it. And in this case, I use Deco Art Americana. I like it because it's a little bit thicker. So that's what I use, is the Deco Art Americana in most cases. We're going to use a golden yellow. We are going to use a chocolate brown, milk chocolate brown. I'm getting thirsty. We're going to use a Tuscan red. We use a lamp black or ebony black. We're going to use a ultra blue deep. It's just really, really dark blue. We're going to use that. That's going to be up in the sky. We're going to use a bright orange. We're going to use an aloe, okay? Green. And we are going to use titanium white. Also, I think I'm going to add in here, because we will probably end up using, I'm going over here to my paints to grab it, we are going to add in we're going to add in spiced pumpkin. It's a darker orange, and I got plans for it. So it's right here, spiced pumpkin. We'll go ahead and add that into our colors that we're going to use. Make a list of those colors so that you have them. We'll also post on the website what colors we're using, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, So what do you say we get started with this painting? Now, first thing I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to this really deep dark blue I talked about a minute ago. Always make sure you shake up your paints. You don't want watery paints when you're doing this. Okay? And I'm going to put a little bit of that right up here. You don't have to use much. These go a long, long ways. It's better to add more paint than to use too much paint. Okay? I'm going to dip my round brush and kind of tap it off onto my wipe cloth. Move this stuff over here. Just so that it's just barely damp. Okay? I just want it slightly damp. Then I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull this blue down. Just like so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here into the sky and I'm going to start filling the sky in. Just want you to just fill it in. Get it all filled in up there. It's going to take a couple of minutes to get it done. Just do these short little brush strokes like what I'm doing right now. Give a little texture to that sky. Make it interesting, okay? So you come in here. You do these little brush strokes. Just run along your top first. Get that all filled in up there. Just these little tiny brush strokes. Just like that. Come in and just keep working this down. Do these little brush strokes. I don't want you to try to do long brush strokes in here. That's not what this is all about. You're just doing these little tiny brush strokes. Go around your witch. Little brush strokes. Go around the edge of your moon. Try not to go into the moon. Do these little brush strokes in here. Now, you might notice that the witch is missing a nose. Did you notice that? There's no nose there. Reason why is because in the original template for this, the original stencil by Texas Art and Soul, they had this as a silhouette and the nose wasn't really there, but I like witches' noses. I want this to have a witch's nose, so we're going to give this a witch's nose. We're going to give it the nice little pointy witch's nose. And we're not going to do a silhouette. We're actually going to add detail into the witch. That's one of the surprises I was talking about. The original painting that this is based on, the witch was all in silhouette, but I don't want that. I actually want to see some detail on that witch. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to add some detail on that witch. Make it a little more fun. But you notice I'm still using those short little brush strokes to fill all of this in. Short little brush strokes. Get some texture in that sky. I'll show you why I say that here in a minute. Let's see, we're just filling all of this in, that blue. Just making sure that blue, complete coverage with it. I'm just using, what I'm using right now is a number 6 round. I'm doing those little tiny brush strokes in there to get this going. Just like that. Go around that broom. Get those little strokes in. Notice I'm going back over where I've already gone. What happens is, as the paint starts to dry, you see ridges in there. I want texture, but I don't necessarily want ridges. This isn't like an oil paint or an acrylic paint, you know, tube acrylic paint. This is more of a craft paint, so I don't really want ridges in the paint. I do want the texture, but I want it smooth. So we go here and fill in around that broom. Now you notice that I had used marks a lot for my stencil. There are so many dark colors in here. I wanted to be able to see the stencil under the paint. That's why I use the mark slot. You can use just your regular carbon paper stencil if you want, but on this particular one, because it's so dark, I would definitely consider using a mark slot or a Sharpie after you get the carbon on there. Just once you get the carbon stencil on, just take your Sharpie and go around the outline on the carbon stencil. Like I said, try not to get any of this in the moon. We're going to leave that moon open there. Keep going. You can go down to the edge of the land down there. Just like so. All in all, this is really a pretty cool Halloween painting. And it will go fairly quickly. You should not have a lot of time that you're spending on this one. I mean, if you take an hour and a half, 2 hours to do, or 3 hours, that's fine. You know, it's your painting. Take however long you want. But most of the time, you should be able to get through the painting fairly quickly. See, I'm just following the edge of that moon there, just right on the edge of the moon. My little short strokes, just to fill all of that in. Just like that. Alright. Now we're going to come here. Little short strokes through here. All the way to the edge of the house. Don't paint into the house, just on the edge of the house. Just like so. I'm just going to little nice short strokes. Just go in there, get those little short strokes. And see, we got this side of the blue done now. Now we got to do this blue over here. And see that little bit of paint that I used at first? Notice that I'm still got paint that I can use. It don't take a whole lot of paint. Very, very little paint. So we're going to go in here and again do our short strokes. We're going to follow the edge of the moon. Do not paint into the moon. Just like so. Little short strokes. My brush is over here out of the way. Not ready for those yet. We will be in a minute, but right now we're not. We'll have to get a little bit more blue, which I was kind of expecting that. Put a little bit of blue in here. I just need a touch. I don't know how much more I'm going to need, but we'll just put a little touch here, just like so. Go around the edge of your moon. When I was a kid, on Halloween night one time, don't remember how old I was, probably before I was a teenager, there was a big full harvest moon like this on a Halloween night. It was mystical, it was magical, it was a little bit scary, you know. I'm almost positive that I was thinking werewolves were going to come out of the shadows and get me. But I still remember it. It was orange and it was beautiful and just a great, great harvest moon. Just knock your eyes out. Okay. So, come down here. We got all of our blue filled in. I'm making sure we don't have any ridges in there. Okay, and there's our blue. Nice, huh? Now what we're going to do, without cleaning your brush out, I want you to get your, where's it at? There it is. Yep. I want you to get your black. Shake it up pretty good. Put a little bit on your palette there. Like I said, don't clean your brush out, okay? You don't want to clean that brush out. Grab some of that black. Starting at the corner, kind of brush in like this on the corner. See what I'm doing? Right over that blue you just did. Just kind of brush it in, just until your brush goes dry. Just let it go dry and just kind of brush it in there. That's all you want to do. Just brush it in. Just like that. Okay? You want to do it here. Just kind of brush it in. Let's get that black in there. Brush that in. Brush that black in. Just like that. Do it over on the other side. Come in here on the other side and kind of brush that in. Now once you get that black brushed in, all brushed in, what I want you to do, I just kind of brushed it in there, right? Till my brush went dry. Okay, once you get that brushed in, I want you to come back here to your blue again without cleaning out your brush. Starting where you started over here, right here, I want you to brush that blue back over the black and smooth it out. Just kind of smooth it out. Just grab that blue, brush it over the black, and smooth it out. Just like that. Just smooth it out. Take that blue, come in towards your witch without cleaning your brush. Paint that area there. You'll need to get some more blue, just like I'm getting ready to do right now. A little blue on there. Come in there and you paint towards the witch. Don't clean your brush out. We want that black and that blue to blend. That's what we're wanting. Around your witch. Still keep working it. Work it over. You can see the effect that's starting to give right there. Notice how it goes from the dark area into the lighter blue, because you'd have the lighter blue around the moon. So you're just going to keep working. Keep working that blue. Just go back to that blue. Keep working that blue. Keep working it. Work towards the moon with it. Keep working towards the moon. But don't touch the moon. Stop short of the moon, okay? You just want this effect back here going on. Do the same up here. Work your black and your blue back towards the moon, but don't touch the moon. Okay? See how that goes from that dark back into that light right there? You're going to do that here on the other side too. You're going to come back here. You're going to dip your blue. You're going to go over that black. You're going to work it back towards the moon. Don't touch the moon though. Just work that black back towards the moon. Get that effect. Just work the black back towards the moon. Just like so. We're just going to kind of brush that until that brush gets dry. Just brush that out. Just like that. Just brush it out. Get that brush dry. Don't touch the moon though. Now you see that nice little effect we got going. It's all dark over in here. And now, right around the moon, it's kind of blue. That's a good Halloween effect right there. Alright, so clean your brush. Dry it off. Then, what I want you to do is I want you to take your big flat brush. I want you to come in here. Where is it at? There it is. I want you to grab that aloe green. Shake it up pretty good. Put a little bit on your palette. Leaving your brush dry. Do not wet this brush. Pull that aloe green down. And then I want you to dab. Any place where there's ground, I want you to just come in here and dab that area with that aloe green. Just dab it. Just like that. Just dab. Come over here and do the same on this side. Avoid your tombstones. But I want you just to dab that aloe green in areas that would be grass. Just kind of dab it in there. Just like that. Just dab it in. Just get it all dabbed in there. Okay? Now once you do that, once you have that all dabbed, once you get your chocolate brown, shake the bottle up. Put a little bit of chocolate brown on your palette. And then I want you to dab again. I want you to dab. I want you to dab over areas that you've already dabbed on. So just dab away. Just like so. It's okay if it overrides. We want it to kind of look like it's unkept, okay? So that's fine. Just dab that. Just dab all the way through there. Just dab it. Like I said, we want it to look unkept. So that's fine. I mean, if it overrides like over the path and up in the back there, that's okay. If it part of it hits the house, that's fine. Dab all over that. Make it look old and unkept. Just scraggly, nasty looking grass. That's all that is. Just scraggly, nasty looking grass. Just dab that. And dab that whole thing. Dab up through here. Try to stay off the stones as much as possible, but you are going to hit them a little bit. That's to be expected. I want you to dab all through there. Once you get all the grass dabbed, remember you put down that aloe green first on the ground, and then you added the chocolate brown to it. I want you to go back in with the aloe green again, grab whatever aloe green you have left, and if you see any white canvas showing through, hit it with the aloe green. Any place you see white canvas showing through, just hit it with that aloe green. Just like so. Okay? Then one more time, you're going to take your chocolate brown, and you're just going to kind of go over everything to kind of blend all this up. Okay? You want to get it all blended up. Just like that. Now, once you have that nicely blended, right, looking like old unkept grass and what have you, I want you to grab a small, and I mean a small, don't get carried away, grab just a little tiny bit of black. Just, I'll show you here. See, I got just a little bit of black on the end of there, okay? What I want you to do is, starting up here on your horizon, I want you to start tapping that black. Just on the horizon. And then I want you to start moving down with it. Like so. Okay? You see what's going on there? Grab small amount. I mean, just very small amount. And tap in. Tap in. You're just tapping in. That's all you're doing. You're just tapping in. Like so. You can bring it down. Just like that. Make that look real. Ooh. We're going to do the same thing over here on the other side. You can grab just a very, just very little bit of black, right? And starting up at the house, tap that in. Tap that in. And work your way down. I need to get a little bit more black than that. Tap that in. Tap that in. Just like that. Just tap it in. Okay. Then I want you to come to the base of your tombstones. Grab just a little bit of that black, and on the base of the tombstones, I want you to tap that in along the base. Just tap it in. Just like so. Just tap that in. Kind of curve it a little bit, like so. Tap that in. Just like that. Okay? Now, once you get that done, see that little effect that's going on there? Isn't that a cool little effect? I think it is. Once you get that done, I want you to come back here to your brown again. Okay, to your chocolate brown. Without cleaning out your brush, I want you to grab that chocolate brown. And starting at the top by the house, I want you to start coming down that path. Just like that. Come all the way down until your brush dries out. Just let your brush dry out all the way to the end. Just like that. Now, get your golden yellow. Shake it up. Shake it up, baby. Get your little golden yellow. Don't need much. Grab that golden yellow. Notice I haven't cleaned this brush, because what we're wanting to create is we're wanting to create a sense of old and decay. And by mixing the colors that are in the brush, by blending the colors that are in that brush, we can get that effect of old and decay. We don't want this looking like a new path going up there to that house. That wouldn't be very much of a haunted house. Everything has to look spooky. Everything has to look dark. Everything has to look ominous. If it all looks crisp and clean, well, that's not a haunted house. That's a Better Homes and Garden House, and that's not what we're trying for here. Okay, so now you see how we got that path going through there. All this looks just like unkept and very dark and very ominous, right? All right, now you can clean your brush. Now that you got that part done. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do that moon. So what I want you to do is, I want you to get that nice, pretty, bright orange. Shake it up well. You're going to take your number 6 that we used on the sky. Make sure it's clean. Just go ahead. Don't hurt to give it another rinse. And dab it up against your cleaning cloth. And I'm seeing a little blue in there, so I want to get that out of there. There we go. All right. Take your bright orange. Once you fill in that moon, just go ahead and fill in the whole moon. Just make it as orange as you possibly can. It's a nice big bright orange harvest moon on a Halloween night. Just fill it in. Look at that. Nice and bright and orange. Get that all filled in. Just paint it and fill it in, just like that. Look at that. Just follow your edge there. Come around on your edge. Follow the edge. Just like that. Nice, big, beautiful harvest moon on a Halloween night. Now, once you get your whole moon filled in, like we just did, ain't that pretty? Once you get a fresh batch of golden orange, golden yellow, do not use the golden yellow that you used to create the path. You're going to get another golden yellow here. We're going to put right in here, just a little tiny bit. Don't need very much. Once you take it, and once you come at the top of the moon, I want you to follow around and kind of blend it back down in, like so. Just kind of make the top of that moon a little bit lighter color than the rest of the moon, and just kind of blend it in. I just want you to come down and blend that in. See how I'm following that curve right there? Just come in, blend that in. Just follow that blend. Just blend it. Follow on around and blend all that in. Just blend it in. Just follow your curve. Follow the curve of the moon. Blend it in. Now when you get down to here, start going straight across. You're going to start following the curve down. You follow the curve down on the moon. Just follow the curve down. Just like so. Now, once you get that done, once you take your titanium white, shake it up, get you just a little bit of that titanium white in up here at the top. I want you just to add a little bit of titanium white up there, just a tiny bit. Don't get carried away with it. Just put a tiny bit in there. Give a glow up at the top. You want to glow up at the top of the moon. So just put a little bit in there, just like that. Just a little tiny bit. Okay. Like I said, don't get carried away. We just need a little bit up there. And then kind of blend it down. Just blend it down. Okay? So now the top part of the moon's a little bit lighter. You're going to take your Tuscan red. What I want you to do with the Tuscan red, get you a little drop of it. Notice I haven't cleaned the brush. I want you to get just small touch that Tuscan red. I want you to come down here at the bottom of the moon with the Tuscan red. Just come down here at the bottom. Just kind of put a little red into that moon. Just a little red glow. And just blend it up. Just blend it up. Just like that. just like so. Pretty simple. Just putting a little red glow down there, just a little tiny red glow. Blending it out. Bringing it up. Well, sometimes accidents happen. We just had one. So, I gotta take care of that accident. That's okay though. Wouldn't be a painting if an accident didn't happen, right? Don't listen to Bob Ross, there are accidents. Anyway, straighten this out here. And we're good to go. Alright. Now that you have your moon done, see how quickly this is moving along? It's going along just really nicely, really quickly. Alright, so once you do that, next thing I want you to work on is your witch. So what we're going to do with the witch, we're going to use that deep dark purple. That deep dark purple. Get shook up here really good. And I want you to take the witch's cloak. I want you to cover everything in purple. Every place where the cloak is at, just do purple on it. Just like so. Fill that purple in. Don't get the shoes, okay? We're just doing her cloak in purple. We're going to do her little cape in purple. Get that purple in there really nice. We're going to come down here towards her arms. And we got all that in purple, just like that. Okay, now make sure you get the hat also. Do the hat in purple. So we're going to come up here and we're going to do this hat in purple. Once you get that done, I want you to come back in, grab some black, and I want you to go over all that purple that you just did. Don't clean your brush out. Just go over all that purple. Just like so. Do not clean your brush. Cover all that purple. You see how we're getting that nice little blend and nice little texture in there? Just like so. Now, once you have covered the purple with the black, you can see how she's got this little bit of purple that's showing through, which is what we want. Once you take a little bit of white, a little touch of white, and see these areas that I left open here? Without cleaning your brush, I want you to take that white and go into those areas. Let's take a little bit of white and go into those areas. A little bit of white. And go into those areas. Kind of brush in there. Create the effect of a cloak. Okay, remember we have a cape here, right? So we're going to come on the bottom And we're going to create the cape for her, just like that. Okay? We're going to take the white, and we're just going to come down here like so. Just like that. Then we're going to do the same thing up here. On the hat, we're going to come on the outside of the hat. Take just a little bit of white on the outside of that hat. Come down. We want to make it look like she's got a cloak that's flowing in the wind. And that's how you do that. Just like that. So now our witch looks like she's riding through the night sky, which is exactly what we wanted. I'm going to blend this back a little bit more. I want a little bit more blend on that. There we go. Now our next step on our witch is we want to take and get her shoes done. So we're going to take a little bit of that chocolate, milk chocolate brown. Get a little touch here. And we're going to do her shoes. So we're just going to come in here and put the milk chocolate brown without cleaning the brush onto her shoes. We're going to cover her shoes. Just like so. And while you still have the milk chocolate brown on your brush, I want you to come here on the broom. I want you to just make a couple of streaks with the milk chocolate brown, just like that. Just come in there and make a couple of streaks. Then I want you to grab your yellow. I want you to make a couple of streaks. Just like so. Take your yellow right here and make the knot of the straw. Just like so. So you want to make it look like bristles on a broom. So you're just kind of stroking it up right there. Okay? That's all there is to that. Now, our next little step is to rinse the brush. Get some more of your milk chocolate brown, because you're going to need it here. We can come in here and we are going to make this house look old and rickety. So what I want you to do is take your number 6 brush. I want you to come down and make boards coming down. Just like that. Just make boards coming down for our haunted house. Come in here and just make boards coming down. Just like that. Do the same here. Come through here and make boards coming down. Just like so. You're just going to make, these are old boards on this old house. Leave this gap here in the center. You want to leave this center gap open. Come down and make those boards. Come over here, do the same thing over here. Just make those boards coming down. Okay? Just like that for that haunted house. Now I want you to come in and get some of your black. Don't clean the brush. And in between each one of the boards, I want you to pull that black down through there between each one of the boards. just pull it down. Just like so. Do it over here. Just pull it down in between each board. Just like that. Come back over here, do the same thing on this side. Come down in between each board. Just like that. Come over here and do the same thing here. Come down in between each board. Now in the original painting, all this was in silhouette. And I was like, you know what, this would be so much fun if there was some detail going on here. Might be even more spookier than just doing it in silhouette. So that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. In case you were wondering. I don't know if you were wondering or not, but now you know the reason why. Now, I want you to take this Tuscan red. Oh, we already had some on the palette. I don't have to do that. Still have some on the palette. Good. Don't clean your brush. Grab some of that Tuscan red, and then what I want you to do is on the roof, without cleaning your brush, I want you to line that roof. Do the same over on the other side. Line the roof. Don't clean the brush. Do it here. Line the roof out. Line the roof of our haunted house. The witch's haunted house. Line the roof over here. And I want you to line these two little roofs here. Just kind of come in here and just follow the edge of that triangle. Line those roofs. Just like so. Do it on this side. Line the roof. And line the roof down this way. Just like that. Now, once you take your Tuscan red, once you get that done, and I want you to come in and I want you to add these little dots like this. See what I'm doing? Just putting in little dots. Just little dots. Just put those little dots in there. Do the same over on this side here. Just put those little dots in. I just want you to put little dots in there. Just like that. Alright. I want you to go back to your aloe green again. Yeah, we're back to that. I want you to grab a little bit of your aloe green. And then what I want you to do is where these little dots are at, I want you to go over it with your aloe green. Every place where the little dots are, just kind of dab it with the aloe green. Just like so. And do the same over on the other side. Dab it with the aloe green. Every place where you put those little dots a minute ago, just dab it with the aloe green. Get that all filled in. See how it worked out? You can put a little bit more aloe green up in here, just because I want to. But now you got the roof and you got the basis of your haunted house. Now, the next thing we need to do with the haunted house. Is it looking spooky yet? I think it's looking pretty spooky. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take our chocolate brown, and on this chimney right here, we'll go ahead and pull the chocolate brown through that chimney, just like that. Nothing added to it, no black or anything else, just a chocolate brown on that chimney. Just like that, and I'm leaving it like that. I'm not going to do anything else to that chimney. That's it. It's done. Clean out my brush. Then I'm going to take my golden yellow. Remember I said don't touch this area here? We're going to put golden yellow right in there. Just like so. A little golden yellow in there. Then we're going to go over our windows in golden yellow. So each window is going to get golden yellow in it. Each window will have golden yellow. Put golden yellow over this window. Would you go inside that house? I wouldn't. I mean, that's just me personally. You couldn't pay me enough to go inside that house. All right. Once we get that done, I want you to come back here to your aloe again. Okay? And down here at the base of the house, I want you to lightly brush up. Right at the base of the house, just brush up. Do it over here. Just lightly brush up. Right at the base of the house, just lightly brush it up. Just like that. Just brush it up. Just like so. Okay? Now, this has had a chance to dry. So just like you brushed right there, we're going to start coming down here and we're going to start brushing here along this path. Let's brush along that path. Dip your brush only once for this. Okay? Let me repeat that. Dip your brush only once for this. Okay, so you want to line this path with a little bit of aloe there. When you get down to here, then at that point I want you to start working back up next to it. Again, don't dip your brush. Just brush up. Just go up. Get smaller and smaller as you go up. Just like so. Go in front. And then come back to your front again. Brush up. Just brush up. Just go smaller and smaller as you come up. And go in front of here. Start down here. Brush up again. Go behind your stones. Brush up. Brush up. Keep brushing up. We want to brush up. We want all this to blend back. Brush up down here. Don't dip your brush. You only dip your brush one time with this, okay? Brush up. Brush up. Just like that. Now you have this overgrown grass look going on, which is what we want here. You're going to do the same thing over on the other side. You're going to dip your brush one time only. You're going to start here. You're going to brush up, coming down the side of the path. Come down the side of the path, brushing up. Brush up. Just like so. Don't dip your brush a second time. I almost dipped my brush a second time. Almost broke my own rule there. Just brush up. Brush up. Get a little bit larger as you come down. Then start down at the bottom and brush up again. Progressively going a little bit smaller as you brush up into it. Now on this side of the path, you don't need as much showing as you did over on this other side. So you're just gonna work it until your brush is dry. Just like so. Okay? Now, you see how this is coming together? We got all these nice little spooky elements going on. Now we're going to do the graveyard. That's our next step in this grand adventure. So, we have some white here. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this white and I'm just going to go over the stones. Just going to kind of throw it over the stones. Do it with each stone. the stone. I don't have to be exceptionally neat about it. I really don't want to be neat about it. Just going to go over each stone. Just like so. Okay, then I'm going to grab a little bit of black here. I'm going to hit each stone again with the black. I'm not going to dip my brush more than once. Notice how the stones got progressively lighter as I went along. That was the effect that I wanted to get. And this one here, I'm going to come here on this side. Make the side really light. Brush up a little bit here. The base stones come and get the side of this stone. Brush up a little bit here. Okay, and now I got my stones. Now, look at your stones. If you think one may be a little bit too dark, you can just come back in with some white, lighten it up, just like that. Okay, if you like your stones the way they are, then definitely leave them the way they are. All right. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my trees, and I'm going to do some spooky bushes, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more black because I'm almost out. Get some more black here. A little black. I'm going to come in here and do my trees. So you should still be able to see the outline of your trees below the paint. So this shouldn't be real hard. Just grab your black and go in there and do your trees. See, all I'm doing is I'm just grabbing the outline of the tree there, alright? I'm just doing the silhouette of the tree, nothing else. We'll come in here and we'll get the silhouette of these trees done. And by the way, no, we're not done with the haunted house yet. I'm letting that paint dry for what we're going to do next. So we come in here and we do other things while that's drying. Do the silhouette of these trees. Spooky, spooky trees. A little more black. Just come in here and just do your trees. Spooky trees. You ever walk through a forest at night where all the leaves are off the trees? It's an eerie feeling. I've been there, done that. And I can't particularly say that I liked it, but it's real eerie, unnerving feeling. It really is. Get these trees done. Then we can move on to our next spooky part of this painting. Okay, so there's your trees. Now what I'm going to do is come down here at the base of the trees. I'm going to create some roots just to anchor these trees out. Just kind of create some roots coming out and away from the tree. Just to give it a little more feel that it's a tree. Do the same here. Now, I'm also going to come in here and I'm going to put some smaller trees. Just come up here, just some bushes coming up out of the forest there. Put some over here. I can get real detailed here. I just want the hint of them back in there. Just there's stuff going on in there. Put one over here. Just like so. That's what we look like. We've got some things going on back in there, right? All right. Now, once we have that done, this all has had a chance to dry at this point, right? I want you to come back in with your black and very carefully on the haunted house. If you see white showing through, I want you to carefully touch your black to that area of white. Very carefully. Don't get carried away. Just there's little areas of white showing there, and you're just gonna touch your black on those areas of white. Like I said, do not get carried away, okay? The only way you should get carried away is if the mortician comes to get you. Then by all means get carried away, because we don't want your body laying around stinking the place up. Alright, so you're just gonna, in place where that white's showing through, you're just gonna lightly touch with the black. Just to darken that up a little bit. Just like so. Just like that. Just want to darken that a little bit. See a little black showing through? A little white showing through? Just touch it with the black. Just barely touch it. The reason why we wanted to wait until this dried is because we don't want the black blending in with the brown. The black acts as a kind of special sort of accent for this old haunted house. Then come down one side of the fireplace lightly with your black, and that's done. Get a feeling we're getting there? Well, if that's your feeling, you're absolutely correct. It's getting close. So, I'm going to clean that brush. And we are going to come back to the witch. I am going to use the liner brush to do this. I'm going to get some of that aloe green. I'm going to come up here to our witch. And I'm going to put aloe green in her face. Because I don't know which color your witch's face has, but my witch has an aloe green face. Give her a chin there. Give her a witch's nose. And then, ooh, that's pretty good. I'm going to grab a little bit of black here, just a little touch of black. I don't want much on that brush. I want it really, really light. And then I'm going to come in here. We're going to give our witch an expression. A little more black here. You don't have to get real detailed with the expression. You just want to give a hint of what's going on here. Then I'm going to come in We'll give her hair. I don't know if I like her expression or not. I think I'll change it. Got a little bit more of my aloe here. Grab a little bit of white that I have here without cleaning out my brush. I'm going to clean out the brush. Grab a little bit of white, just a little touch of white here. We'll lighten up her face just a little bit. Well, now she looks like she's got a beard. Oh my goodness. My witch does not have a beard, so I need to correct that. I'm going to let her dry for a minute, and then I'm going to come back in and redo her face. Let me get her hands in while that's drying. We're going to put her hands right down here holding this broomstick. And then we're going to take this chocolate brown and come in here and we're going to do the broomstick. Just like so. Make sure you get this back part of the broomstick. Take a little bit of black. Just come on the bottom side of the broom right there. There we go. I'm going to come back to my witch's face here in a minute. I'll let it dry for a minute. We're going to work on something else while that's drying. Okay, so get your black on your liner brush. We're going to do these windows here. So just follow the lines that you got there, that you did from your stencil. Just put the lines in the windows. Just like so. Do it over here. Put the lines in the windows. Come over here, put the line in the window. Put one more line in here. Now, we're going to come to the door. What we're going to do is we're going to curve a line around that door and come down the side of the door like so. Do the same thing over here. Come down like so. Then we're going to grab some of our milk chocolate brown. What I want you to do is I want you to put a slight angle here like that. And I want you to come up towards the center of the door like so. Then I want you to fill that in right there. And it gives the effect that the door is opening into the house. That's kind of what we want here. That's the look that we want going. To give it even more of that look, we're going to take a little bit of this white right here. And come down here at the bottom of the door. We're going to add some white and blend it up. Now it looks like the door is opening into the house. Now, moving right along, I want you to get some more black. And I want you to come up in here, very little black on there, okay? I want you to come up in here and I want you to put some streaks up through the grass, like so. Do it up here at the house, just some streaks up through the grass like that. Okay? That's all you're going to do. Just a few little streaks through the grass. Okay. Take your black and your brush that you put in here, the underbrush. I want you to define it, just kind of, just like you were doing a tree. Just create the effect of brambles and bushes and briars and a place that you wouldn't really want to step into. I mean, if you stepped into it, you could really get hurt. You could end up with a bunch of thorns in you. That's the effect that you want to get. You want to get that little spooky effect going on there. That underbrush is scary. You definitely don't want to go walking into it. I wouldn't want to go walking back in those woods. I'm telling you what. That's just a real scary area. And again, just you want the effect of brambles and brushes and thorns and bushes and just all sorts of nasty things in those woods. Place that no sane man would walk. Or a sane woman, for that matter, goes. Sorry. Unless, of course, you're an insane man or an insane woman, then you go right ahead and have fun with that. I'll just stay here and watch you. Okay. So once you get your underbrush done, and again, remember, you're using the liner brush to do this, okay? Once your underbrush is done, then what we're going to do is we're going to move over here to these tombstones. So let's get that taken care of real quick. Get it done and out of the way. Okay, so our brambles and bushes are done. That's our haunted forest. Like I said, we got all the elements of Halloween going on here. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna point these out a little bit. I think I want a little more point here. This is a nice thing when you're doing a painting. If there's something in your painting that you think you want to add or that you see that don't quite look right to you, you can go back in there and you can change it and you can make it the way you want to make it, because it is, after all, your painting. Okay, I'm going to come up here. She should be dry now. So I'm going to come in here and, nope, she's still wet. I can see she's still wet, so I'm going to leave her alone for a minute. Let's go down here to these tombstones. Let's go ahead and make these tombstones spooky. So you see I'm putting a little black line around there to give it a three-dimensional look. Like so. And we're going to RIP this one. R-I-P. And we'll give him a little script on his stone. Little script. So people know who Rip was, Rip was a good guy. Had a lot of friends. We're going to three-dimensionalize this one. Just by doing that, that's all you have to do. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to, let's give this one a death skull. Then we'll put some words on his. Then this one here, just going to come around the edges here on him. Come down. Come down this side. Then we'll put his words on here. Maybe we'll put a little symbol here in the center. And we'll come here and we'll write a few words on the stone. We got our tombstones. Now, here comes the part where we get into some detail. Because we need some detail just to really pull this together. We're at a good point right now. We're at a good spot. But it still needs a couple more things, and we're going to throw those couple more things in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here with our chocolate brown and with some of this golden yellow. We're going to mix it together like so. We're using our liner brush for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some dead grass. We're going to put some dead grass into this painting because we want some dead grass in there. At least I do. So I'm going to see how I'm going around the stones. It adds a nice little extra touch. A little dead grass in there. So we put the little bit of dead grass in. Just to kind of enhance this a little bit. There's our dead grass. Then I'm going to put some dead grass here on the edges. Just come up in here and I'm just going to kind of touch it every once in a while. Just for effect. Just throw it up in there. A little dead grass up in here, base of the house, like so. Throw a little dead grass up in here, like so. Come on the base of my trees. Throw some dead grass in there, like that. Put some around the trees here. Just a little dead grass around. Just like that. Get a little dead grass going. Throw it up in there. Now, once you get your dead grass all in there where you want it at, I'm going to throw a little bit more up in here. Once you get all where you want it, sit back and take a look at your painting and think to yourself, is there anything else special that I could add to this painting to make this really stand out a lot? Well, yeah, actually there is. There's a few things you can do, and we're going to do them right now. I'm going to show you how to do them. Come in here and you grab that spiced pumpkin, that darker orange, okay? I told you this is going to have a lot of elements of Halloween in here. Take your liner brush. You're going to take some of that some of that spiced pumpkin, and right up in here, just right up in this area, I want you just to put a little round circle right there. Then I want you to come down. I want you to put a little bit larger round circle right next to that one. They can overlap. As a matter of fact, they should overlap. Come in here and put a little bit larger round circle right here, like so. Okay, then come down, put one more round circle right in this area right here. Just throw a little round circle in there like that. Make it a little bit larger than the rest of your circles that you have there. Okay? Can you see what we're going for here? I hope you can see it. Come in here, put a little round circle right there, and come over and put another round circle right in here, like so, a little bit larger. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your bright orange and come on one side of it with the bright orange. Just hit one side of your circle with the bright orange. Go in here and hit that. Just like so. Clean out your brush. Grab some of your aloe. And then put your stems on your pumpkins. Grab a little aloe and put your stem on your pumpkin, just like so. Now, we're going to let that dry for a second, okay? And while that's drying, what we're going to do is we are going to come down here with some black, and I'm going to come up like this. We'll come up like this. See, it kind of makes it look like it's horns, right? On top of that tombstone, but it's not horns. I'm going to make an arch like this. And then I'm going to make another arch over the top of that. And then I'm going to come off the side like this. I'm going to make a circle right here, like so. Then I'm going to put a point here and a point here. And then I'm going to bring some hair up off the back like so. Told you we was going to have some surprises. Like that. And then I think I want the hair up a little bit higher right here, and I think I want the tail just a slightly bit longer. We're going to bring the bottom of the face down here, like so. I told you it had all the elements. Just like that. Clean out the brush. And then I'm going to come in here, I'm going to grab a little bit of white. And I may have to pour some more out. I didn't want to have to do that. Grab just a little touch of white, just a little. Get a little bit on my brush. I'll put a little white underneath just to define it a little bit. Just a little bit. Give it some whiskers. Like so. Got my brush too wet. Grab a little bit of yellow. And then grab a touch of red, put it in the mouth. And we got an evil black cat on top of a tombstone for Halloween. I told you it had all the elements in it. Now, another element we need to add. See, I'm still letting these dry up here, okay? Those have to dry. So I need to add this element here, which I'm sure you will appreciate. We'll just kind of curve it around, make it real ethereal. I think ethereal. Not exactly sure how that word is pronounced. What we're going to get a spooky Halloween ghost. Now, what other elements for Halloween should we be considering here? Because we want to make sure that we have all the spooky things going on. Let me give this some eyes here. So we have the scary black cat, we have the spooky ghost. What are we missing? Well, I believe we are missing a spider web. So let's get a spider web in here. We'll put a spider web in. There, we have a spider web, which I don't like very much, so I'm going to change it. I don't like my spider web. It could have been a better spider web. Here, get a little white. See if I can make it a better spider web with a little white. We'll just come in here. Just add a little white into the spider web. We'll make it a better spider web. How's that? Is that a little better? what's going to have to do. All right. So, except for doing the witch's face, which I think it looks like it's ready, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reshape the face. I'm going to take a little bit of blue here, just a small touch of blue. I'm going to come down here, make the chin smaller by putting some blue in there. Come on, blue. There we go. Make the chin too small. This witch is just being really difficult with us, isn't she? Okay. There we go. Perfect. That's what I wanted right there. Okay. Now I'm going to let her dry for a minute. We'll come back to her. We'll come back to the witch. What we're going to do now is we're going to come in here on our pumpkins. And I'm going to go ahead and give them a second coat of paint. They need to be a little bit darker than what they are, so we'll just give them a second coat of paint, which is no big thing. Throw a second coat of paint on them. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the chocolate brown, kind of lightly go underneath them just a little bit, just to give them some shadow down there. All right. While those pumpkins are drying again, where's my big brush? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this, take some of my chocolate brown that I have there, and I'm just going to pat it down here at the base of the path. And then I'm going to work my way up that path. I wasn't totally happy with the path, that's why I'm doing this. So, just work it up. Now, I like that a little bit better. That's more what I had in mind. See, like I said, if you see something when you're doing your painting, go in and correct it. You know, if you think you can make your painting better than what you had it, go in and do it. Now, all the elements we have here, do you know what's missing? Do you? I do. I'm going to clean out this brush. Get that brush cleaned really good. Okay? Then take your white. I want you to tap that brush. After you hit that white, tap that brush all over the place, all over your palette. Just tap it. Just tap it out. Now, carefully, go through here and tap like this, back into your forest, and tap here around the base of your tombstones. You tap a little bit in here, mostly around the base of tombstones, maybe some around the house, just a little bit around the house. Then take your brush, after you do that tapping, clean your brush out, dry it. Dry it really well, okay? Get it really dry. Then come back in and tap it again. Get it really dry and tap again. Get it really dry, tap again. Get it really dry, and tap it out. Tap it out. Tap it out. Get it really dry, tap it out. Get it really dry. Keep doing this. Get really dry, tap it out. Get it really dry, tap it out. Tap it out. mean, what's a Halloween forest, Halloween night without a fog? Right? Right. Now, once you've tapped it out really good, I want you to take your drop cloth that you've been using to wipe your brush with. See what I'm doing? Now we have a foggy, misty night, and you can bring that mist up a little bit if you want, up into there. But now you have a really, really spooky, misty looking forest, which is what you want. Now we're going to do our very last thing, and this painting will be done. What we're going to do, so we're going to come in here, we're going to do two things, okay? First off, the front trees, not the back ones, but the front ones. You're going to lightly, with your liner brush, just redefine them a little bit more. You don't want to get crazy. Just go in there and just redefine them. Using only the liner brush. Just do the front trees only. Just want to redefine those front trees a little bit. Just redefine them just a little bit. Do the front trees. Reason why you're doing this is because your back trees are back in the forest. Those brushes that we did, those brambles, you want them to look like they're back there in the forest. You want them to look like they're back there in that mist and that fog in the background. See, this whole thing that you've been doing is about layers. Everything is about layers in this. There are so many layers going on in this painting, but that's what makes this painting. That's what makes it a very spooky painting. Now come to your pumpkins up here, and very carefully give them a jack-o'-lantern face. Just touch them. You don't have to get fancy with it. Just people are going to know what you've done. Just give them that little hint of being a jack-o'-lantern. Kind of, well, you still have black in your brush. Give them a little shadow underneath. Just put a little shadow underneath them. Now, I told you at the first of this painting that it would have all the elements of Halloween. And it does indeed have all the elements of Halloween. I'm going to put the face on the witch. And the last thing that needs to be done is I need to sign my name, and this is a finished painting. So I'm going to come in here, and what color should I use? What do you think? Should I use orange or should I use black? I think I'll just use black. I think I'll just keep it basic and simple. Put my name down here in the corner. Well, my initials, that's how I always sign, is with my initials. I'll put my initials down here in the corner, J.G., James Allen George. There's my A. We now make the top part of my G, which goes something like that. And then my leg of my G is a 2. Then I put a 5 next to it because this is year 25. 2025, not just 25. Then A little hash mark right there. And there you have it, my friends. There you have the painting known as The Witch's Inn. I put all the elements of Halloween in there just to make this an interesting painting. Just wanted to have fun with it. I sat here and had fun. I wanted it to be dark. I wanted it to be spooky. I wanted it to be gritty. I wanted it to be everything that Halloween can possibly be. And I hope I captured it all. Now, our next step is for you to look at my pretty face. Pretty face again. So, we did The Witch's Inn, and we added elements that weren't in the original stencil just for the fun of it, just to throw them in there. It's not a serious painting. It's a Halloween painting. It's a for fun painting. You can do anything with it you want. Main things that I wanted to show you in this painting was how to do blending, how to use your imagination, and how to add some elements that maybe weren't there in your original stencil, in your original example that you were using. So, I hope you have enjoyed my little take on The Witch's Inn, and I just had fun doing it, and I hope you had fun doing it. So, until next time, this is your friendly neighborhood gypsy reminding you that we are all mad here about art. May God bless you and yours. See you later, Gators. Hasta la vista, baby.